Hi everybody, welcome back to 3 News Now. I'm Stephanie Haney. We have your top headlines, trending topics, and what we're working on for you right now ahead of our 6 p.m. What Matters Most, 7 p.m. Front Row, and 11 p.m. What's Next TV shows. We have got quite a few interesting stories for you today. First of all, happy Monday. It's December 2nd, 2019. I cannot believe that we are in December. I also can't believe that we're not celebrating a victory Monday. I just had to get that out there. I am just as sad, disappointed, bummed out as the rest of you that the Cleveland Browns did not win on the road against the Steelers yesterday. Everybody knew that by now, but just had to say publicly that I am with you. I am with you on this disappointment. All right, we're going to be checking out some interesting things going on around the internet today. Olivia Jade, the daughter of Loughlin and fashion designer Mossimo Gianulli, is back on YouTube, even though she's not saying much. We're going to take a look at that. I'm also going to let you know how to get the best Cyber Monday deals, courtesy of 3 News' Danielle Serino, who has that story for us up on WKYC.com. She won't be joining us here in the live stream today, but we will be talking about the reporting that she did to let you know how to get the most bang for your buck today. We will be joined by 3 News' Brandon Simmons. He's going to tell us how to be smart about our donations ahead of Giving Tuesday, which is tomorrow, in case you're all as scatterbrained as I am on this Monday after Thanksgiving, after a nice long weekend away. And then we're going to tell you how to protect yourself from something called juice jacking. So this is something that hackers are doing by using public charging ports to steal your information. Going to let you know all about that. And we're going to finish off on a positive note with our We Know You Can segment, which is all about giving you that extra boost of Monday motivation that you need here at 3 News to help you tackle whatever it is that you are working on right now. Today, the focus is going to be on taking that first step. All right, first up, Olivia Jade is back on YouTube, and she's not saying much. She posted a 2-minute video yesterday, and we have that story up on WKYC.com. I'm going to drop that link for you in the comments here so that you can check that out. So she posted a 2-minute video on Sunday. This is the first video that she has posted since her parents, Loughlin and Mossimo Gianulli, have been accused of paying $500,000 to have their 2 daughters, one of whom is Olivia Jade, falsely labeled as recruits to the USC crew team. That's the University of Southern California, in case you haven't been following the story. Now, they have pleaded not guilty to this. So after this news broke, Jade went totally silent on social media. She had created quite the business for herself on YouTube, being a how-to beauty blogger. So she went silent at the time. She lost advertising deals that included cosmetics retailer Sephora and hair products company Tresemme. So lots of money kind of flying out the door there for Olivia Jade after this happened. So this latest video she posted, it's about 2 minutes long. It's already got 1.6 million views, so it's performing on par with some of her more popular videos on her channel. Her views range anywhere from in the 600,000s to 3 million. 1.6 million for this, but it's the #1 trending video on YouTube right now. So people are either very interested in what she has to say, even though she's not necessarily saying much, or they are watching it, criticizing her. Now, I will tell you, on social media, there have been a lot of people criticizing her for coming back, saying they're not really sure why she came back when she didn't have much to say. She makes a point of saying that she's legally not allowed to speak about what's going on, but she never mentions her parents by name, never mentions the scandal by name. We do have that video embedded on WKYC.com, so you can watch it for yourself. But one person, Twitter user Ox45, sort of took up Olivia Jade's side on this and said, to be fair, I'm not an Olivia Jade fan, but to be fair, if she had just posted some random vlog or makeup tutorial, you know that the comments would be flooded with questions. So making a 2-minute video saying she's coming back but can't talk about the details is probably the best decision she could have made. Seems like a pretty fair statement to make. So you can watch it, decide for yourself how you feel about it. That's on WKYC.com. All right, now we're going to give you the rundown of the best Cyber Monday deals. Danielle Serino broke this down for us, and you might be surprised to know that not necessarily every single thing that's out there on Cyber Monday is something that you should be trying to take advantage of. And the internet is a big place, right? So we have to focus our efforts when it comes to online shopping, okay? So here are the things that you should attack today if you're into Cyber Monday and you're looking for a really good deal. Travel is one of them. If you're looking at one-way domestic flights, you can get flights for $50 one way. Now, the key to this is not having a specific destination in mind and also not being locked into specific dates for your travel. So if you're flexible, you just want to go somewhere, today's a really good day to check out those travel deals because they've only been getting better and better throughout the years on Cyber Monday. Another thing to watch out for, beauty and cosmetic items. Today is the day that is the best deals out there in this specific genre of shopping. Some sites that are recommended in our article on WKYC.com are Bath & Body Works, Aveda, Ulta, and Sephora. So these will typically have deals anywhere from 20 to 40% off. And clothing is also recommended. If you need to revamp that wardrobe, you can get up to 20% off at these retailers today. And it's not just necessarily winter clothes, because these are site-wide, store-wide deals, so check that out. Now, these are the things that you want to skip. Furniture deals. You're going to get better deals on furniture at those sort of staple holidays like Memorial Day and Labor Day, so you can go ahead and avoid that today. Another thing to avoid, fitness equipment and sports apparel. The deal here is to wait until January, because these retailers want to get in on the New Year's resolution crowd. So in order to make a splash with those people who are looking for those things after the new year, that's when you're going to get the best deals on that. Also, something you should wait on is laptops. Now, according to Danielle's reporting, the best time to buy a laptop is when you need a laptop and when you have the time to do the research about the laptop that's going to best fit your needs, because there are so many different specifications that you can get when it comes to a laptop. But the story does point out that there will be tariffs going into effect on December 15th. So if you're thinking about a laptop, now is the time to do that research, and you want to buy before December 15th, because tablets, laptops, and gaming consoles will all be affected by those tariffs that are going to go into effect in the middle of this month. And this one is very deceiving, but I thought this was an excellent point. Definitely want to share this one with you all. Artificial trees and holiday decor. So this is all about the pre-planning, because you're going to get emails today and you're going to get messages about these holiday decor being up to 50% off. But if you can wait and deal with what you have for this season and shop on December 26th, you can get those same items for up to 80% off. All right, so make sure you check that out. That's on WKYC.com. You can check that out right now. Now we're going to bring in Brandon Simmons, who has reporting for us on Giving Tuesday being tomorrow and how we can be smart about those donations. Brandon, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem at all. Got to be smart about those donations. Obviously, we're all spending money right this time of year. We're all looking forward to Christmas, all those different things. But tomorrow's Giving Tuesday. So it's the day when we're supposed to put ourselves aside and give back to those charitable organizations and everybody else who needs help out there. So this is the time of year that organizations are looking to give you all those phone calls. I'm sure you get the telemarketer calls. We all don't really like to get, but we get them, right? So the thing is, you need to pay attention to who you're giving your money to, right? So there are a bunch of Facebook posts, social media posts that are out there. They've been out there over the years. I'm not saying this is anything new, but a lot of people are still posting them and reposting them. So it's still something we want to pay attention to. When you're looking into a charity that you want to give to, you have to check their background, right? You want to make sure money's going to the right place, being spent well. So there are a couple different sites you can use who can help you do that. We'll give you a few of them. One of them is charitynavigator.org. That's a good place to go to. Charity Watch is another organization. And also, we all trust the Better Business Bureau. They have their own group. It's called give.org. It's a segment of Better Business Bureau. You go to their website and it lets you check out your favorite charity before you decide to give your money.
And when we go to these websites, the kind of information that we're getting is who these organizations are registered to, that kind of stuff?
We'll get a lot of different information on there, probably more than what you're looking for. But what it does is it'll let you know their finances. It'll let you know how their leadership is paid. And more importantly, it'll let you know the efficiency of the organization. Obviously, when you give, let's say, $1, you want to know how much of that actually goes to those who need it and doesn't get paid for those telemarketing calls or put forward to other administrative costs.
Overhead costs.
Overhead, yeah. So overhead, administrative, all those sorts of things. We just want to make sure the money we're giving is going to the right places, and these are the sorts of websites that can help you figure that out before tomorrow comes. Because tomorrow is going to be tough because you're like, oh shoot, it's the last day. I want to make sure I give to a group, and you just sometimes go to the one that pops up first online, right? So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you look them up first and find an organization that's good. And one other thing to do when you're looking at picking an organization to give to, you want to make sure it's somebody who's near and dear to your heart, right? So if you know someone who suffers from cancer or something like that, or if animals are your thing, so you want to make sure you find an organization who caters to that, and you also want to check into their background too, though, to make sure it's going, the money's being used properly.
Okay, so those are great resources. We're going to make sure we check that out, and you'll have more on that for us in the 6 p.m. broadcast.
Of course we will, and we're going to post all of those websites online so you know where to go. We're just making sure we get everything together so that it makes sense for you and is easy to follow.
Perfect. So that'll be up on WKYC.com before the end of the day. You can check that out.
Awesome.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. And also something to keep in mind when you're thinking about giving, there are a lot of companies, check your benefits because companies will do charitable matches. I know that we do that here through Tegna at 3 News, but you have to set it up. There are certain deadlines that you have to set it up for. So look into that with your HR department if that's something you're interested in, because you definitely want to maximize the money that you're giving to these organizations. All right, when we are talking about online things, we always want to talk about how to protect our personal data. And you can protect yourself from something called juice jacking. This was news to me. Apparently hackers can use public charging ports to steal your information. I'm dropping this link in the comments for you right now so that you can check that out on WKYC.com. Here's what's happening. Hackers are using public charging ports in order to hack into your smart device when you plug it in and access your personal data. So I brought a prop to show you, okay? So what's happening is they're doing this they're putting malware right in the ports as well. But you know, if you have one of those smartphones that comes with the cube and you can unplug that USB device right here, they're also leaving these plugged in, which is maybe a little bit easier for them to get that malware on. And they're leaving it plugged in, and then when you plug it in to your phone, they're able to access your phone. It will lock your device. It can lock your device within minutes. It can access your personal information, like your bank account information, passwords, other information on your phone. It can also make a clone of your phone and send that backup directly to the hacker. This is all within a matter of minutes, and it's the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office which has coined this term, juice jacking. So we want to be aware of that. So some of the recommendations that the LADA's office has given us in order to prevent this from happening to ourselves when we're out and about and we're running low on power and we feel like we need to stay connected is we should use AC power outlets. So again, that's the plug. So take your cord with you, leave it plugged in, plug it into the wall, get your power that way. They're also saying that we should take our own AC and car chargers with us when we're traveling, and also consider investing in a portable charger for emergencies. Now, I will tell you, I personally am a fan of the charging phone case, so this is double duty. You get protection as well as a battery charge. I just click this little button. There are tons of these options available online. Not a bad idea to look into, especially with it being Cyber Monday. If this is something that is worrisome to you or something that's sort of like, oh, wasn't on your radar and you want to be aware of that, maybe this is a good idea to check out a charging phone case or a portable charger online. All right, before we go here, we're going to share our We Know You Can message with you. Now, this is a weekly segment where we sort of give you that extra oomph that you need to kind of get through whatever it is that you're working on. This is a Monday motivation sort of concept, and we use hashtag We Know You Can. So the focus today, the theme, if you will, for the story today, is taking that first step, because people often say that the first step can be the hardest. I'm going to share 2 quotes with you that I particularly like when I need that motivation to kind of just get out of my head and get started. The first one is from author and speaker Joe Saba. Joe said, "You don't have to be good to start. You just have to start to be good." So if you don't start, you've ruled yourself out from the get-go. You're never going to get good if you don't start in the beginning. And along those same lines, author Stephen Pressfield reminds us, start before you're ready. And I will tell you, this is something that I am so guilty of myself, is I want to be over-prepared before I start anything, but sometimes you just have to dive in and not be afraid of failing, because if you wait until you're perfect, you're never going to get anything off the ground. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience. One person replied to us telling us what they'd like some inspiration on is getting their small business up and running. This is Twitter user Cardboard Tech with a K, not with an H. And that person is working on a cardboard toy company as an alternative to plastic toys, which is, in my opinion, a very admirable goal. So good luck with that. Keep grinding. You'll get there eventually. All right, thank you so much for joining us here on 3 News Now. If you don't already, please like the Facebook page. Make sure you're following us so that you get the notifications when we go live. And also check out our YouTube channel. That's at youtube.com/user/WKYCTV. While you're there, click subscribe. And then on any of our videos, you can click that little bell to get notifications every single time we go live, so that you can always join us here for 3 News Now every afternoon. I hope your week is off to a great start. We will see you back here tomorrow. I'm Stephanie Haney. Have a great rest of your afternoon.